So setting up in quadruped again on all fours. From here, we're going to transition into our high oblique sit and then into seated. So with seated, spread your sits bones nice and wide. You're leaning back just ever so slightly, but we're not hinging at the back. Upright the spine. We're just going to lift those arms 3 times, breathing down into the core, down into the pubic bone in that 360 degrees intra-abdominal pressure. 3. And then from there, we can go into, again, that high oblique sit and splitting the legs. From here, go back to your seated, into high oblique, back to seated, back to high oblique, back to seated, back to high oblique. Last one, back to seated. Now stretch the legs out nice and long, and you're going to reach your toes, reach towards your toes, and then stack your spine. This time you're a little more upright, back to Pilates world. And then from there, you're going to take the arms out, squeeze your inside thighs together, and rotate through the rib cage, trying to not move the pelvis. Take another breath, squeeze all the air out of the lungs, return back on the inhale. Exhale, rotate from the ribs, not from the shoulders. Keep those arms as if you're holding onto a pole. 1, 2. And the other thing is, try to keep those legs still, so we're not doing accelerated legs. Keep them glued together. If it's too much on your shoulders, you can cross your arms, rotate, rotate. And again, last one. Then from there, we're going to separate the legs. We're going to go into spine stretch. Place your hands down on the mat. You're going to slide your hands forward, flex those toes, pull the belly button into the spine as you reach a little further. And then use your tummy to pull back, restacking the spine. And slide those hands forward. Keep those feet flexed, reach a little further, feel the stretch in the hamstrings, scoop, use your tummy to pull back. And again, reach. Reach a little further. And stack. Float those arms up. Floating the arms up. Little finger, little toe, reach. So this is called now the saw. You can pop your hand here for a little bit more information into the brain. Make sure the back of the hip is still anchored. So 2 breaths. 1, 2. Return back. It's just a 1, 2. Return back. Stack your spine. Reach. Use your tummy to pull back. Keep those feet flexed. Use that hand to rotate you a little further around, not from the pelvis, but from the rib cage. 1, 2. And one side you might even feel, oh, it's a little easier too. That'll be that you're possibly more rotated to that side. So just notice. And return back. Bring the legs together. And now from there, we're going to roll back. Scoop through the belly, rolling back all the way. You can roll up now. Arms go up to the ceiling, chin to the chest. Exhale, scoop through the belly, reaching past the toes. You can flex your feet, restack your spine. Scoop through the belly. 1 vertebrae at a time goes back. Try not to let those legs lift. I'll give you a variation. Big breath, most of the air. It's taken out. If you find it hard, you can take your hands on your bottom. Breathe into your hands, roll down. 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring your chin to your chest. Big breath out. Come up onto your elbows. See your toes. Now use your tummy to lift up and you can reach past. So sit on your hands. Come down to your elbows. Look at your toes. Scoop the belly. Roll back. Reach. Stay seated.